Okay, so I can't stall forever. Hi, hello. Hopefully everyone is doing a-okay out there. Hello Pokemon, hello Wolf with Sword, hello Cogs Right, hello Gideoneer, hello Dropped Frame, hello Stray Crow, hello Jove, hello hello Art Universe, good morning Linted, hello The Ready Seti, and hello ZTAC. Wait, ZTAC, that name seems familiar, I just don't know why. Your name seems very familiar, ZTAC. And then hello FlySafe. So, Avo mod. Okay, I see. So, if you have read today's stream title, we are going to be doing maybe a slightly we do a little bit of ambition with our project. Also, someone redeemed cheese, so I'm gonna have to eat cheese. But we get a little bit ambitious with our projects, against the advice of everyone in the Discord and my mental sanity. We are going to be going for gold. Because I think that will be more fun. Hello, Rabbit. Welcome in. Hello, Monkey Turtle. All right. But yes, so we are going to be going for gold today. So, that means we are going to be doing an ultrasonic tower defense. Easy, right? Guys, you know how to do that, right? So we'll see how things go. No promises that this gets done quickly. But I feel like I wanted to challenge myself. And to do that, we're going to need a lot of ultrasonic sensors. We're going to need more than we're probably going to need more than 4 ESPs. Yes, the classic high school project, ultrasonic tower defense. Yeah, exactly. Hello. Hello, Husk. So I have a new friend of the channel, 300mm Stoke. 300mm Stoke thing. This actually might be too big now that I'm thinking about it, because it might be bigger than our lab table. Maybe we go with the slightly smaller one. Was the other one not big enough for you? Yeah, we might have to use the other one. We can use the other one. I'd prefer not to, but we can use the other one as well. This guy's a little smaller. This is only 150mm Stoke. We may have to use the big one. What's next? Musical Tesla Tower? I'm not sure. I don't know how to do that. Then again, I don't know how to do this. Of course, you can't find online how make this, how to make ultrasonic tower defense. I don't think that's available or easily Googleable. Not that I Googled it, but I'd be very surprised. So yeah, I'm extremely nervous, but I wanted to challenge myself. I hope that's okay with everyone here. One sec. Alright. Hello, Muke, by the way. Hopefully you've been doing well. It seems somewhat reasonable. Why are you so nervous? Because I want a minimum of 5 towers, and I have to program cross-communication. I suppose we can allow the risk, but no crowns for the next 24 hours? Yeah, that's fine. And yes, I'm also very excited for Saturday. About Saturday... You sound nervous? That is because I am extremely nervous about it. So about Friday and Saturday, there's a small chance that I won't have power. If that happens, I apologize, but I will not be able to stream if I don't have power. Due to technical reasons. But I hope that won't happen, but we'll see. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get started. Why not? Turns out if you have power... or if you don't have power, you can't do much without it. Fingers crossed. You can't stream on your computer without power. I actually have a backup solution for that, but I won't have Ethernet regardless. One sec. Okay. Yeah, it's not a it's not a matter of that. It's a matter of Z-Tech. That seems a little rough. Great minds think alike. Yeah, great minds think alike. So, anywho, to start off, we're gonna have to make a V-bridge. I probably just shouldn't have disassembled, but I disassembled stuff yesterday. So, we are going to start with the V-bridge, which is a bridge name that I just made up. Well, I made up a little while ago, but yeah. Hey, Brink. How's it going? But again, yeah, sorry for the nervous energy. I'm excited to give this a try. So, firstly, the idea is that it's going to elucidate a bit more about what's going to be going on here, is that you guys are going to have control and upgrade paths of 5 towers. These 5 towers are going to be shooting a target that has hit points, and you guys will try to make it further and further along. So, like, it's a wave defense. So it's going to be like a wave defense game, tower defense thing. That's the idea. Whether it works or not is a little bit beyond me, but we'll figure that out along the ways, right? Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, it does sound cool, but I'm slightly worried about how possible it is. So we are going to have to do quite a few different things. First of all, these are ultrasonic sensors. They have 4 pins. 2 of them we can safely ignore. Those are ground and power. Those are going to be handled by either external power or something else. However, the other 2 pins that we do have to worry about. See the triangulation and the echo? Both of those we do have to control. Sorry, trying not to sneeze. So yes, so we are going to essentially have to have enough GPIO on our boards to be able to drive all of these. So for 5, I calculated the following. By calculated, I mean I vibed the following. I should be able... Are you going to try to do this in 2 streams, or this will go past Friday? This will most certainly go past Friday unless I crash out before then. And don't worry, the odds that I crash out is 0. Ty's not here to stop me. The white coats can't stop me. No one can stop me. You know? Sure. Nodders. Praise. Yes. We got this, guys. We got this. What's the plan to sync the microcontrollers? Plan to sync the microcontrollers? No, we're going to be using TCP. We're going to be using TCP, linted. That's the plan. That is the plan. Ori, what's the odds you are 4 hours in on Friday and crash out instead of just editing the stream? Big brain. Exactly, yeah. Twitch communication protocol. The best in the entire world. That's the plan, Gideon here. Plus, you guys have to be able to control it anyways. So yeah, everything's going to be routed through Twitch chat against my better judgment. If it runs into latency issues, I plan on just spinning up a second channel. If it works, can you make a game where we try to shoot down other chatters and see who gets muted for a set time? Maybe. I know there's this whole direct comms ESP protocol now that people use, but TCP works wonders. Twitch chat is the communication protocol. So anyways, I need to get started somewhere, so I guess I'll just start with the relays. Again, dude, I'm just so nervous. So I was doing some thinking, as one does, or one doesn't do, depending on the legality of it, right? Yes, Twitch Communication Protocol, TCP. It doesn't mean anything else, right? I am going to need male to female for those. Thinking? Yes, exactly, heresy. Please burn me. Or don't. Actually, don't. Please don't go burning me. I'd appreciate that. Okay, and also, that makes sense now, Z-Attack, why I recognize your name. You were being discussed previously, perhaps, without your knowledge. Smile. Anywho. Oh no. Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah. Smile. Yeah, it was with... Don't worry about it. The king of comedy would never do anything to hurt you. Right, Wolf? Technically, Twitch chat as command and control TC3 super common in low-level engineering. Is it actually? And this is somehow terrifying. What does that even mean? You know, you'll figure it out later. So what type of stuff do you like doing for fun, Z-Tac, if I may ask? I know you mod for both Avo and Shumimi. What other stuff do you do for fun? I imagine you're in the same general circle. Did Otako have anything to do with this, or is this another case? Another case. It honestly wasn't anything bad. It was more just like a curiosity on like mod controls. Like obviously it was not anything bad. You're good. Hello, Meridian. Is modding a hobby or actually a paid job? I don't think modding can be a paid job, but I don't think it's like a full-time gig. Okay, there we go. Alright, so to power these, I am going to probably have to establish a common power plane, is the thought. Do I establish a common... Wanted to pay us, but we don't want... Yeah, that's fair. I have no idea what the going rate is on modding. But that seems like it would be a difficult thing to gauge. Okay. How does every project start? With one wire at a time. One wire at a time. Okay. And also, if Ty's not here to say that we can't do it, we get to do it, right? I was talking about lead mod, and I was wondering if lead mods can time out each other. Usually determined between the streamer and the mod? No. Yes. What? So earlier today, by the way, I was thinking about something, which was, what is the definition of an engineer? And I go back to college course that I took, like an intro to engineering course, because I've always liked the definition I was given there, and I thought it was extremely succinct and a great way of saying it. So, in my opinion, I think an engineer is someone who makes simple solutions to complex problems. Probably not, as it would be the same thing as timing out another mod, but I assume you've tried. Nice definition. Yeah, it's a great definition, right? I see engineers as the middle step between the idea and the product. Yeah, it really depends on where you are. Is it not someone who makes engines? No, Crow, it's not someone who makes engines, unfortunately. Oh, this guy needs to be tightened down a bit more. Simple solutions to complex problems, but complex solutions to simple problems. Exactly. Just tightening this guy down. Give me a sec. Also, today's tea. Today's tea is a lovely chamomile tea. So hopefully it's going to be okay. Whew. Okay. We're good. We are Gouda. Yes, I will enjoy. I frequently make complex problems caused by my simple solutions. What does that make me? That makes you an engineer, is the cope that I tell myself. Not wrong. That's okay. Oh, also, I feel like the music may be a touch too loud. 1 second. Let me just slightly adjust that down. So let's see. What else has been going on? I always think of that one song, Trust Me, I'm an Engineer. Oh, wait, Z-Tac, are you an engineer? Alright, there we go. And then we'll need command and control pins. I see. What type of engineer, if you don't mind me asking? I like to think so, at least. Does that mean you're software? If video games have taught me anything, engineers are notorious campers, yeah. Oh, dude, you got sniped by the, software engineering. That's okay, I'm also a software engineer. So, welcome in. I hope you have a good time while you're here, by the way. And if you don't, that's also okay, too. I'm so glad I'm not legally allowed to be called an engineer. Another software engineer, exactly. Listen, okay, hear me out. Again, I've said this before, but I feel like this chat is building a team. I feel like we're building a team here. Like, we have, like, a lot of multidisciplinary, like, really talented people in the community, which is super awesome. And it feels like we're assembling the dream team. We're gonna make a cool, like... No, Cogs, you're cool too. That is the wrong type of cable. Is Twitch actually a gacha game and you keep pulling characters? Characters. Chatters? Yeah, that sounds about right. If a programmer and an engineer got married, would they have a kid or program an AI or robot? I'm pretty sure that's happened quite often, and generally they just have kids. Alright, let's get this guy secure. Genius idea to form a startup. Exactly, dude. I just slowly recruit for my startup. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. I'm quite happy where I'm at. I'm going to go ahead and check this guy and make sure that it's good before we proceed. Oh, hello, Topo Cato. If we gifted you a Roomba, how long would it be before you tried to... See, I'm slightly hesitant to give you an answer on that. Because I feel like if I got a Roomba, I really wouldn't want to break it. I really, really would not want to break it. Alright, looking good. Let's go ahead and swap that. Alright, so both sides work. Cool, cool. Send 3 Roombas, make them fight. I'm not sure how much they cost right now. But I imagine they're in the hundreds of dollars range, no? So another drink of tea. Give me a sec. Still trying to calm down my nerves, if it's not obvious. Okay. Thank you for the hydration check. But are you saying you wouldn't have already thought about how to mod into a foam disc self-defense system? Yeah, I suppose. I can't say I haven't. Also, the fact that I have, like, okay, Husk, I've legitimately thought about that. The fact that I've legitimately thought about that kind of says something about me, but I'm not sure what it says. Okay. Alright, so, regarding powering... Do we go with 4 towers? But 5 towers sounds so much better. Also, Ty, I'm sorry, but I'm going against what has you... Wait, what has you nervy? This project is extremely technically ambitious, I'm pretty sure. And there's a strong possibility of failure. Because I'm going to be using more ESPs than I have before. Okay, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. This guy, and this guy. Do we need a planning phase? Silly Pokemon, we don't do planning. The closest planning phase that we have is the few minutes in the shower between my workout and stream. That's the closest thing I get. And it's just like me, like, I feel like you've done more ambitious projects that have succeeded. Really, Linted? Interesting. Okay, maybe I'm just worried for no reason. Anyways, let's go ahead and get these guys hooked. If you have a pet room, if you have pets, room is not advised. It spreads... Oh, that's rough. Heh, rough. I'll be here all week. I need to go ahead and look up what voltage these guys take. Not sure what voltage they take. I'm pretty sure it's either 3.3 volts. Thank you so much for the follow, Z Attack. I hope you have a good time while you're here. For however long you are here. Just kidding. I'm gonna lock you in a basement. And wait, no, I'm a say-so streamer. I am joking. I would never do such a thing. Anyways, they operate on 5 volts. Plus, Zaytech is used to being locked in basements, right? Well, okay. Like, how is locking someone in a basement not say so? Another one. Yeah, exactly. Didn't Shumimi lock you in a basement? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Alright. I am going to need... We are going to need male to female cables for the power here. And then I'm going to need to do some soldering. Yandere Arc. Also, hello, Nikki Dio. Welcome in. Also, Husk of Body. Good to see that you're back, by the way. I was locked in a closet in elementary school. That's okay. At least they didn't teach you in the closet. That was just middle school for me. No one tells Shumi, but I've been out of basement the whole time. Uh-oh. That's okay. Shumi will never notice. What do we need? What do we need? I need... PCB. What type of PCB do we need? I'm procrastinating. Really? You're an accomplice now? Oh, what are you procrastinating about? Have you been trying to do something productive? Apologies, I'm just looking under the table for some options. Oh, there we are. Also, thank you so much for following Babular. I hope you have a good time while you're here as well. With a name like Babular. I honestly have no idea what to say about that name, actually. But you've been around for a while, yes? Not like around in the chat, but around on Twitch. Nodders. Did my 10-hour shift in the quarry, now I need to tire my mind out or I'll never sleep? Oh, that's where you're from. Okay, Babular. Alright. Okay, so first thing I'm going to have to do is make a common 5-volt rail. So my idea is to use male to female cables, connect these guys, and the reason why I have to make a common 5-volt rail is because our lovely ESPs do not put out 5 volts, unfortunately. So if you take a quick look at the silk screen, aka the writing that's on this guy, you'll see that it has 3 volts, another 3 volts over here, and that's it. So unfortunately, without making circuitry for it, we cannot power it. So the thought is that we're going to make pairs, so each microcontroller is going to be responsible for controlling 2 different ultrasonic sensors. So that means we'll need this, this, and this. Gives me a very simple question worded in a way that makes me really think about it. What? VN isn't 5 volts on the ESP? It is. That's actually... That's a pretty nice catch, Brink. I would have to split it off, though. I would have to split off the VN if I did that, and I'm not 100% confident that will work. How likely is it that this project backfires and we need to buy you a new window? Oh, I can get a new window whenever, but, what's the chances this fails? What's the chances this guy fails? I'd put the over-under about, like, a 60% chance of failure. Or passing. 0%. Slim to none. I like your guys' belief in me. Okay. Alright, so let's get soldering. Gotta get soldering. Soldering is fun. We love our soldering here. Let's see. What else has been going on in life? Some random guy with a hearing aid across the street has his ear explode. Oh no, wrong frequency. Nah. I've watched this for a few minutes, and I think you've got this. Nice. Oh, Zeotech, I gotta know. What language you program in, dude? Don't forget to turn your soldering iron off. I think if you're able to make one of them, you're able to make a bunch of them. That's the thought. I'm worried about the cross-communication. C hashtag. Okay. So you program in C hashtag, huh? I'm joking. C sharp. But, dude, I just love calling it C hashtag as a joke. That's a guilty pleasure of mine, unfortunately. Ace scare, yeah. No, it's C+++. C pound sign? No, dude, you can't show Z-Tech my greatest failures, okay? You can't show Z-Tech my greatest failures. Ugh. Or successes, depending on how you define it, but still. Looking at ones. I like C pound. You don't like C hashtag? C pound is also okay. Would you rather the chocolate crown? Don't tell them about the chocolate crown. Also, Ori, what things are better than... You have a voice that You have a voice I can see coming out of a computer hacker girl in the 90s that needs half the words in the source to explain a single concept. Sorry. Sag. Anywho. Okay. I'm gonna need to do some soldering. Do I solder these guys before or after? I'll do it before, that makes more sense. Okay, so I'm gonna need to make 2 sets. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut through this guy like here to make a very small amount. Who knows, Husk? Maybe it's whichever one you want. I think we want to use a smaller board, so we're going to use a smaller board here. I'm thinking we'll only need a handful of rows, so I'm just going to cut, and then we'll go forward from there. I do not enjoy handouts. You don't enjoy handouts? I'm confused. No, I just... Okay. Saying the source made me sad. Okay. Oh! Thank you so much for the raid, Yuki. Welcome in, raiders. I am Oriana Aura. What did you guys do with your stream? Hopefully everything is doing a-okay. Yuki VT. Please, take a chance to follow Yuki. Yuki usually does programming. They also play various games, such as Zenless Zone Zero. Way too much Zenless Zone Zero. And they are pretty cool, and their avatar and toggles are absolutely awesome. So if you're into that type of stuff, you should definitely give them a look out. No, Sai. Sai, you can't... Sai, you can't be here. Or you can be here, but I'm... Hello, Saidari. Update, after reviewing the clip, I have changed my guess to no comment. Today, I noomed a bit on Trackmania and Distance. Whew. Get love, nerd. Thanks. Thanks. But yeah, Yuki, you missed the cheese launcher. You missed the cheese launcher, Yuki. We made a cheese launcher. It went okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn this guy on the soldering iron. Someone told me that you made one. Whoa, that's so cool. Stairs and linted? I'm joking. I don't know who actually did. Okay, I just need to get this guy out of the way. Okay, so again, I'm gonna need 3 sets of 2. It wasn't me this time. Oh, really? Thank you so much for following Cabbage McGravel. I don't remember who it was because my chat has been cleared now. Oh, okay. Oh, dude, I love that. Death minus 10 HP. That's okay. That's okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this cut. Oh yeah, so side there's... You're here. You're here, so... I hope you were able to see the message I sent earlier. I apologize. But I could try to make something happen. Or, well, we'll see. We'll see. Well, I'm gonna head out. Got to wash the limestone off me and thicken some plot. Okay. Again, I'm gonna cut 4 rows on this guy. I haven't been here, but I assume it's what you said at the beginning of stream. I've been here the whole time. Okay. Again, I think I've said this before, but, you know, Sai's super cool, too. How's the partner push going? Okay, that didn't work well. That did not work well. That's okay. Sai is very big-brained. I haven't, but I assume it's what you said at the beginning. I'm pushing so hard and my arms are tired. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Or I'm pretty sure there are easier ways to do that. Yeah, me too. Me too. And not being blind is one of them. Oh, I have glasses on, don't worry. Babular. Also, Babular sounds like an alien name. Tell me that it doesn't. Also, sorry, good luck. I can't stick around, but I wish you luck. I wish you good luck and no fiberglass in your eyes. Me too. That would be great. Thank you for making another dream of mine come true by clipping an event in Floon's Publish. Oh yes, but the source thing and no cross interference between your ultrasonic sensors. So Yuki, originally that's what the distance, the bigger stoke was for on the monitor. So yeah. Okay, that should be small enough. There's got to be a better way to do this, but I don't have a better way. Okie dokie. I recently learned that the ESP32 does multi-process scheduling hardwares and Teus is cursed. I honestly do not know what that is. I'm just gonna split this guy in half for the last one. Oh, hello, Nikki. Alright. I'm just trying to get a good cut here. Apologies for the silence. So your desktop PC may have multiple processes? Yeah, multiple processes is common, right? No way. Hold on. Can't see it. Okay. I think something fell in between the gap there, but that's future me's problem. The kernel sets up a timer to interrupt whatever is going on to switch to something before it runs a process. Hey, Mothman. Welcome in. I'm doing just dandelions. Thank you for asking. And also, yes, that's called a watchdog timer, Balthazar, I think. I could be wrong, but I believe that's called a watchdog timer. Also, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a bit. And then multiple processors take time running. Yes, that sounds correct. That's pretty common. You can also do something called priority queue. Apologies, I'm just sanding this down so I don't get cut when I solder this. Yay, glad to hear it. Yeah. Yeah, we go for a little ambitious here. Remember, a little ambition goes a long, long way until it doesn't. Posture check is good, thank you. I will never yield. Wait, what will you never yield, Muke? The part of the kernel that decides what to run for how long is the schedule. Hey, that sounds right. There's no processor besides me. Yeah, sure. Whatever you need to tell yourself. Uh-oh. Oh. Gosh, please just work. We are running into problem after problem, aren't we? Okay. That's just gonna have to do. Alright, let's get to soldering. The soldering iron's already on. I just need to set up the helping hands, and then we'll be good. So again, I'm not a... Ori, what types of music do you like? I like all types of music, pretty much. I know that's a very generic answer. But there are very few types of music that I don't like. Bardcore is one of the types of music I don't like, because I have had to listen to Bardcore when I was in a certain room. Nightcore? I love Nightcore. Though, if I had to listen to Nightcore, listen to thrash metal to relax... Yeah, I absolutely love Mindless Self-Indulgence, by the way, if you've heard of them. Totally Cogs. That's totally what I listen to. Or State of Decay. A padded room? A rubber room? No. Maybe. Listen, again, I just said the floors are soft. I didn't say it was, like, padded. And also, I haven't had to go in there for a bit, so that's pretty good. Anyways, we are going to need... male to female. Okay. Okay, let's get... Ori, don't gaslight us. I will try not to. No promises. No promises. Okay, so I'm going to need a total of 3 of these per... You've called it the padded room? I mean, that's just because the floor... That's just because the floors are padded, and the walls are white, and the floor is white. Except for the, you know, the goop. Oh, Z-Tech, you don't know. The jackets help you hug yourself? Yeah, they let me wear a white jacket while I'm in there. It's great. And then I get to come home and wear another white jacket. It's also great. Okay. Let's go ahead and think. Alright, solder. It be soldering time. Alright, so today's going to be a lot of setting us up for success. I hope. I indeed do not. Yeah, I just have a, you know, a little bit of interesting lore. By lore, I mean real life lore, but that's okay. Darn it, that means Sai is here listening to this. You don't know how much that scares me, that she might be listening to this right now. But, yes. I worked in a white room with white floors in a white coat. No, oh, dang. And I was all alone most of the time. And unfortunately, like, the floor would attack me. So the floor would attack me with, like, liquid that came from the floor for some reason. And it would be, like, super sticky and gross. It's why you two get along so well. Yeah, it's because Sai's actually my doctor. Mysterious floor liquid. Yes, that is correct. Alright, let's get it soldering. Okay, so because I'm trying to make a bad joint here, well, I'm not trying to make a bad joint, but I need to make a messy joint because I'm going to have to join multiple eyelets together. So, first few is going to be a bit bad. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Sanus VTuber lore on Twitch. What do you mean VTuber lore? What do you mean VTuber lore, Milk? Lore, this is real. Yeah, no, this is real. Unfortunately, this is real. Alright. Let's get those together. Give me a sec. So how was your day, Ori? Did you have a good one? No, I absolutely did not, but that's okay. Some days are good, some days are bad, and that is a-okay. I feel like you guys are baiting me right now. Oh, it wasn't like terrible or anything. To preface, it was not terrible. It just was not a very fun day, I guess, because I've been, I don't know, working on not something I want to be, well, I like working on it, but yeah, you are. Sometimes we doubt mental health. Sai, be careful around her. I feel like Sai knows, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna shush regarding that topic, perhaps. What else? If she had a good day, then she would have picked the sane safe option. Yeah, so the sane safe option is, what's the word? If I wanted to pick the sane safe option, I wouldn't have become a VTuber, right? Was the ultimate thought that changed my mind on why I did this project. Because you can be sane and safe every day, but this is an opportunity to really go for it. And I always like the opportunity to go for it. You're getting too existential, Ori? Oh, apologies about that. Though I believe that's a joke, but I'm not sure. Again, we just want these guys soldered together in a common bridge. Hi ho, can you explain today's project in 5 seconds? Yes, I can. Watch Makering. Also, welcome back. Also, Cogs is here, so you have someone to talk to regarding that stuff. So today's project is that we are going to make a ultrasonic tower defense game. So chat is going to be able to shoot beams or like little light at a target or a piston as it's moving by. You guys will be able to upgrade your towers or sensors. And hopefully we'll see how far you guys can get with it. That is the goal. Now, will any of this work or will it burn to the ground horrendously? That's for you to decide. Okay. No, the hot water tank has barely enough to hold a single shower. Oh, that's rough. If it makes you feel any better, I've gone... Well, actually, I haven't done it recently, but I have gone a while without hot water before. But that's because I'm a third world... I live in a third world dolphin country. Or third world apartment. Am I just a sacrifice for anyone even tangentially related to watches? Riddle me this, Cogs. What is your greatest interest? Wait, Nemo is considered third world? Oh, there's actually an interesting aside about that, jewel crafting. Oh, okay. There's actually an interesting aside about the third world, first world, and second world. So those refer to... So anywhere unaligned would be considered the third world. So yes. I believe certain things are. How many streams are you in right now? Cold War affiliations, yeah. But again, I'm just a silly dolphin. I was underwater during that entire period of time. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick cut through this guy. Because I need to repair something real quick. So, thing that happened, let me zoom out, is that unfortunately this guy popped out and I lost the... Actually, I could just use a washer. What am I saying? Do I have a washer? Surely I have a washer somewhere. My hair becomes proof if I miss. Hold on, let me see if this washer will work. Oh, nope, too big. Give me a sec. Should have more washers somewhere. Or not washers, but hex nuts? I'm not sure if that's the right term for it, but oh well. That is neither Yippee. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to have to salvage from a piece of equipment. What is the ugliest color? Yellow. Yellow is the ugliest color. Apologize to the alligator clip. Unfortunately, I need its alligatory for something. Maybe I should get nicer helping hands. That would probably be a good idea. It feels so wrong talking about my shower routine in someone else's stream. I wouldn't worry about it. The alligator allegations are crazy. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the reason why I'm salvaging the alligator clips is that I use I use the bottom of the alligator clips to have these in place, unfortunately. Because the things that they came with aren't very good at keeping in place. Would the hamburger helping hand count as a helping hand? Yeah. Also, hello, Sheeny. How's it going? By the way, you missed the call for the chapter librarian. We needed the chapter librarian, and you were not present, and I am sad. I forgot what it was about, but it was last stream, I think. I don't know. Let us get this here. Hopefully it is going good, though. Alright, so I need to get a voltage rail on this guy as well. So 3 wires should be good. Actually, only 2 should be necessary for this. Is it 2 or 3? Is it 2 or 3? So 2 or 3. Is it 2 or 3? So one's going to be connected to positive, one's going to be connected to ground, the other guy is going to be connected out, so we are going to need 3. Okie dokie. Making red beans and rice, not sure if it will turn out well. I mean, that's fairly straightforward, right? So it should go pretty well, right? I would hope. And again, if you are just joining in, welcome. We are trying to make a Twitch integrated tower defense system using ultrasonic sensors and some pistons. We shall see how it goes. Right now, I am just doing some soldering on a perforated board. 2. That's a lot of liquid to reduce down. I am just doing some soldering again for the perf board to get the power right. Also, my current topper... Please don't read that one aloud, Aura. Okay, Husk. Also, I like Chapter Librarian more than Lore Keeper. Yeah, I know... Or I figured you would. Too late. Oh, apologies, I can't read. Let's see, what else has been new? What else has been moving and schmoving in life? This is gonna get confusing with the other librarian guy. Who's the other librarian? Right, so now I need to solder these guys together. Again, so this is just so that they share a common point. They're both gonna need to be connected. I'm gonna have to do this 3 times. So it's 3 times 3 times 3, so 27. Is that correct? 6, 12, 18. No, it's 18 wires. That's okay. We love welding 18 little wires together. Or soldering. Okay. Let's see. What else is going on? 3 times 3 times 3 is 27, but that was a incorrect way of calculating it. Was why I came to the conclusion that it was 18 wires. Because diagnosis skill issue. Also, my hands are super wobbly today. Which is just absolutely great for soldering. There are a few things I like more than soldering with wobbly hands. Both of the helping and of the other variety. Oh my gosh, please just stay. There we go. Just get a solder pot, easy. I do not trust. What's a solder pot? Have you eaten today? Yes, I have eaten today. Yes, I have eaten though. Okay. The pins get soldered 3x3, hurrah. Yes, exactly. That should be fine. Alright, let's move on to the next one. And we just need to do this a few more times, and then we'll be good. A solder pot is just a molten... oh no, there's zero chance I'm gonna do that. Alright, gonna head out. Have a great stream, Ori. I have all the faith in the world in your success. Thank you, Cogs. Also have a safe drive home. Wait, is it solder or soldier? Or is that a Canadian thing? I think it is usually the first one, though I could be wrong. So yeah, so our cables are gonna look like this. These are for our grounds, and then these are for our power. And each one of these are going to be hooked up to two sensors. Okay. Okay, next. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I pronouncing stuff wrong? I actually have no idea. Also, thank you so much for following Shy Assassin VT. Are you a VT? Wait, are you a VTuber? That's pretty cool. That's pretty gangster. What type of stuff you do, Shy Assassin? If you're not too shy to talk about it, I'll see myself out. Solder is pronounced like solder. If you say so. Solder is pronounced differently depending on where you're from. Oh, am I saying it wrong? Solder? Do people usually say solder? Alright. Let's get this going attached. Alright, so same thing. I'm gonna need to do this for the power and then the ground as well. No. That's a regional thing? Oh my gosh, that's the ready steady. Holy. In Canada, we usually add U to most words, such as color, armor, etc. But that doesn't change the way it pronounces, I thought. I thought that just changes the way things are spelled. Okay. Okay, then we just need to hold this guy in place. A little bit of this and a bit of this. Yeah, but I have a very American accent. Wait, as opposed to what? Guys, what type of accent do I have, by the way? I'm curious what type of accent I have, if any. Alright, delicious tea. When I laid... Wow, it took me 3 years. Point Nemo accent. Cogs, I thought you were driving. Oh, you played World of Warcraft. You played World of Warcraft? I love World of Warcraft. How much did you play World of Warcraft for, buddy? What type of WoW did you play, you know? Did you do PvE, PvP, you know? I like all sorts of WoW. I like all sorts of World of Warcraft. I may or may not have a few hours in it. So? Go on. I played Burning Crusade Kata. Oh, okay, nice. That would be a period of 4 years, no? Depending on when you stopped. I did PvE. Okay. This is now a WoW stream. No, it's not a WoW stream. Ori woke up at the mention of WoW. Listen, I just love I love World of Warcraft, okay? Again, I'm a little bit of a fiend, one could say. I'm not addicted. I'm not addicted, okay? I I I can stop anytime I want, okay? I can stop anytime I want. Capri Sun? That's the first time I've ever heard a paprika be called Capri Sun. It's okay. Alright, let's just get this guy slaughtered. Back in my day, we earned our Winter Saber mounts by doing the darn quest 800 times. Also, joke PR. Love the fact that you said heck. But yeah, I played WoW for... Let's see. I played World of Warcraft for, what is it, 17,000 hours, I believe? Not including time that I piloted other people's accounts. Also not including time that I played... Hold on, I soldered this poorly. You are still playing? Yes? Okay. Yes, and? I don't feel like it's a problem to be playing. Okay. I don't like this solder job. I'm off to check my beans. Good night, Ori. Alright. Have a very good night. Yeah, no, it's gonna get loose too easily. Yeah, unfortunately this guy's a little too loose for me. So I am just going to probably do something else. Or not do something else, I'm gonna redo it. Double-sided PCB kit. Cut, cut, cut. Okay, then we need the cutter. The cutter. The cutter, the cutter, the cutter, the cutter. Apologies, I just need to cut more PCB. Give me a second. Actually, no, I don't. I should have a spare here. There we are. I ran 2 accounts for a while so I could auction house while raiding. Alright, so a little bit of confession. I would play multiple accounts. I'd play multiple accounts at the same time as well, but I would do it for PvP because I was a degenerate. So I would play like 2v2 and 3v3 arenas by myself, just playing all three or all 2 of the characters. And I was better than average, too, when I played all of them at the same time, which is kind of sad for the others, but, you know, get stick bugged. Is what I have to say to that. How? I didn't use an octocoupler, but what I used... I had 2 monitors or 3 monitors, and then I would swap between the 2, and then I had keybinds memorized for each individual thing, and then you make custom macros to like do follow, targets, etc. You get pretty used to it. Again, it's not uncommon, or when I was taking it seriously, I would run somewhere between 40 and 50 like keybinds. For different abilities and targets. That type of stuff. Alrighty. What would you say your proudest WoW moment is? Or something gloat-worthy? I've beat Venruki. I've beat Snuts. I've beat Zaryu. I've beat Peekaboo. Yeah, 40 to 50. Roughly. Let's see, what else? I mean, I've basically beaten multiple people. Are those famous players? Yeah, that are streamers. I was Gladiator, so I had my, the Glad mounts. So I'm pretty gangster, if I do say so myself. Pushes up glasses, I'm pretty gangster. True gamer, yeah, exactly. You guys think you're a gamer, I'm a gamer. I'm more of a gamer. I played from very vanilla Legion. I played for a few weeks each of BOA and Shadowlands, mainly PvP. I did PvP again. I was an RL raid lead made tank for Cataclysm and Mist of Pandaria. I quit in Legion, got absolutely plastered because of my guild progressive raid team. Oh. Because the GM's girlfriend couldn't. That's rough. If you're a gamer, why don't you ever stream? Again, I think I've said this before. I don't feel overly qualified to stream. The only game that I could stream at a high level is World of Warcraft. And I'm not sure if I would want to do that, to be perfectly honest. The closest I got to... people don't watch gamer streams to see them succeed, I know, but, like... I feel like talent is... Okay, no offense, guys, but I feel like my comedy skills are not that great, or entertainment value, so unfortunately I have to make up for it in things that I'm skilled at, if that makes any sense to y'all. Gosh, my hands won't stop shaking today. I get where you're coming at. I have 0 skill and I am all color commentary. Wait, Huss, do you stream much? Hold on. Nice. Which is why you're doing electronics? Yeah, because electronics, I feel like, is extremely niche. I don't know. I don't know. I don't stream professionally, neither do I. I stream entirely for fun. We stream for the love of the game. The love of the game. Okay. Alright, let's get the ground. Okay, those look much better. Moving on. Onwards and upwards, as the kids say. That's what the kids say, right? Also, speaking of some previous tournaments, if Zaya, you're still around, or Ztak, I don't know how to say your name, but if you are still around, did you happen to see Shumimi's, well, I'm sure you saw it, the TFT matches? Shumimi was kind of cracked at TFT. Kind of cracked. The latter, yes. Yeah, she did really well. Also, I have plans, though, doing groundwork for myself for if and when I book take off, so I can... When/if my book takes off, so I can talk with fans. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, wait, you said... Alright, hold on. Let me get this guy plugged in before I do anything else. Alright. Thank you for the hydration check, Bard. Also, hello, Bard. Hopefully you're doing well today. Let me take a quick drink of water. Okay. Ooh, that's quite bright. Alright. I've chased everyone away successfully with my World of Warcraft talk. Great success. Let us leaf. Please just get plugged in. I really wish I could get the alligator clips to hold all three of these guys at the same time properly. Do dolphins drink water? I don't have a good answer for you, to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure if I'm legally obligated to say so. Still here? Pog. Alright. What's the worst thing that we can talk about? What's the absolute worst thing? Hot takes? Pineapple and pizza? Something along those lines? I joke, of course. Okay. Gonna have to... Do you really want... Okay, we're not talking about NDAs, guys. Chat member tier list. I'm not doing a chat member tier list. You're all S tier in my heart. Within the scope of say so, I can get pretty imaginative. All right, fire away, dude. Wolf, you're S plus tier. But we are all F tier in our souls? No, none of you guys are F tier. Well, actually, there is one chatter who is F tier. I'm sure you guys know of him. Nope. Let's not discuss that, Husk. Let us not do that, perhaps. My apologies for asking. Oh, hey, Runic. Welcome in. Also, hi, Cox. I'm the F tier. No, you're not enough. You asked for what's the weirdest thing to discuss? I must say so. Dude, okay. Are you talking about the marriage guy? Yeah, I'm talking about the guy who's like, you'd make a good wife. I'm talking about that guy, okay? Gosh darn, I hope he's okay. Yeah, the Chinese hand guy. That guy. That is the only F tier chatter. The only person that I've banned that's not a bot. Just, dude, also, I just want to say that, like, as a whole, this community is so great when it comes to stuff like that. Like, pretty much none of y'all are cringe. In a bad way. In a good way. Like, everyone's cringe. Just a little cringe. But, like, you know what I mean. I feel like we have a good thing here. Oh, Joel? Yeah, fish want me, women fear me, you know? That's what they say, right? Okay. Okay, there we go. I find until you get close to 4-figure concurrent watchers, you don't get too many. What defines as being cringe? I don't know, being weird, champ. Anyways, so this is the second one. We need to make one more. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, hello, Azrai IO. It's an interesting name. I like that name. Oh, dude. Hi, spooky one. Welcome in. Top 3 countries you want to travel to? Japan, Japan, Japan. Japan, maybe. Like, let's be honest here. I'm a little bit of a weeaboo. Let's see. Where did the other piece go? People be... I was gonna say Europe, or somewhere in Europe. But if I wanted to go somewhere in Europe, I think I would want to go to Rome or Greece. So that's Italy or Greece. But I don't know if that's where I'd go for a fact. Hmm. Am I out of small PCBs? Oh no, there it is. Okay. Alright. You can get grease at any Home Depot, nothing special. You don't want to get stabbed in London? No, I don't want to get stabbed in London. If I ever travel, unfortunately I have my first destination set. Where would that be? Because again, I would really want to go to Japan for A, the obvious reasons, but B, the history. I like the history and the culture there, and the food. I think Germany's up there on places I'd like to travel. I actually had, but I still have to get like a passport and stuff, and I don't know. 14-year-old promised to see a friend in Malta. Malta? I see. If you ever go to Rome, never pay the transit. Fine. I see. Alright. Alright, Morocco. Morocco's in North Africa, right? Not been. Let's go ahead and I'm probably gonna need more wires in a sec if I'm not already at my limit. Yeah, I need more wires. Okay, one sec. I have to grab more wires. Give me 37 seconds. Okay. Wait. Wrong wire. Wrong wire. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. No need to spam chat. You're good. You're good, Husk. Husk, you're good. If you really want to be shrink, probably stay away from Iceland. They also get stabby with the fish. With the fish? Interesting. Okay. This guy soldered. We are good at soldering, right, chat? We are the best solderers in the biz. There are few who are better. Would you go to an onsen? Hey, Wacky, welcome in. Would I go to an onsen? Maybe. To be honest about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I would love to travel abroad, but then I don't even like going out of my, like, little wheelhouse, so... better than I am? No, I'm not, Sparks, you know that. That is mean of you just to say that, in fact. I'm joking, it's not mean, but, like... don't gas someone up if you don't mean it, you know? And so, anything new, Wacky? Hopefully everything's going A-okay with you. Wacky is streaming. What do you mean Wacky's streaming? Wacky, you're not supposed to... you're not supposed to, like, chat... Bruh. Bruh. Oh, brother. I thought something was weird. Wacky does that. I mean, I guess. I feel like that's... Wacky and Ty always do this. Caught. Yeah. Yeah, y'all about to get caught. Streaming lost and found, definitely got lost somewhere. Currently stopping to get nuggies. Very nice. What type of nuggets? And also, let's see. What else has been on my mind lately? What else has been on my mind? McDonald's. We love McDonald's. So happy for you. I'm curious, as a steady streamer, do you have to give up on content consumption? Because I find it weirdly how strangely disconnected a lot of streamers are. It depends on the type of content. Oh, dude, this also... Sorry, this reminds me of something else. Okay. Have you guys... This is just something I made up just now, but have you guys thought if you've added more content or consumed more content over the course of your life? Yeah, or you lurk in like 10 streams a day. Perhaps. Um, 99% consumption. Oh, consumed 100%. Consumed easily. Define content added. So if you took hours watched of content, have you provided more content or have you like more content for more people? So if you're like streaming to 2 people, that's 2 times the speed. You're a little quiet. Oh, apologies. I'll get a bit closer to the mic. Sorry. So what I was saying was, do you think you produce more content or you consume more content? So if you've like made videos or if you've made videos or if you've like made media and people have consumed that, how would you compare that to how much you have looked at or used? Yeah, that looks fine. Or I think you would even get to like 99% consumed. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. I mean, what age should you start consuming content? At the age of 14, 15, it will take you a while for you to have made content. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Like, you would have to do the math. I just thought it would be an interesting side tangent. Considering I was well into my 30s when YouTube started, creating content wasn't an option. Yes, but you could have made you could have taken photographs, you could have made paintings, you could have done all sorts of stuff, right? Define content. Side define content. Streaming is content, I would say. And also, I'm saying like hours consumed. So whenever you're watching something, if you're watching something, you are consuming 1 hour of content per hour of content unless you're dual watching videos at the same time. If you are streaming and you're streaming to 2 people, you effectively produce 2 hours of content per. That was the way I was looking at it, at least. I was curious on those numbers. Like, essentially, how much content would you have to do to make, or like break even? But how would research papers count towards that? 90% of what comes out of my mouth is a joke. Or keyboard is either a joke or me trying to set up a joke. Oh, okay. Define content grinding influence. What happened to just the love of the game? What? I feel like those aren't, Yes, I would say so, Crow. Alright, let me get these guys together. We do it for the love of the game, Topo Cattle. I feel like those aren't counterproductive towards each other. Like, you can do stuff for content and for the love of the game. I hope those aren't mutually exclusive. Maybe they are, though. Okay. Just get this guy placed and then we'll be good. Every time I enter a Merino stream, I fill up the character limit as much as I can, describing a unique entrance. Nice. Very nice. But yes. I don't want to be in content debt. I don't want to be in content jail. Struggling to get this guy attached. Content debt sounds insane. Oh yeah, so like the counter to that. Or you blink twice if you need help. No, I don't need help. Don't worry about it. Everything is good. Ori, can I borrow a cup of wires? I need it for speakers. Yeah, 1 second. Let me grab my... Let me grab some wires. Hold on. You want my box of unassorted wires? There you go. Just pick out whatever you want. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Pick out whatever you want. Oh, I'm gonna use these. These are still together. I like the red one. That's fair. So disorganized. That looks like a whole cozy nest. Yeah, that's where I keep the rats. Looks pretty organized. Okay. To be fair, when I started, I was like, man, I'm gonna keep a nice, organized, and clean ship. But dude, you try putting together... Is that on your bed? No. That's where the bozos live? The rats. No, that's not where they live, silly. Alright, I need an AC adapter for an out-of-case JVC device that weighs enough to be used as an improvised blunt tool weapon for defense. Interesting. Alright. But yeah, it's hard to keep things, it's hard to keep things functionally clean. I still can't find the 10mm socket. Didn't someone say that's like a joke that you should always purchase multiple 10mm sockets or 20mm sockets? If wires are spaghetti for tech, then what happens with the meatball and sauce? Ooh. Yeah, I bought 30. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. You bought 30 of them, bro? That's rough. Thank you to be a bit better. There we go. Which is why you should steal productivity from Ori streams and clean during them. Exactly. I once dropped a 10mm socket down an engine. Oh. Oh, you got extremely lucky. Oh, I have a math joke involving... Oh, guys. Okay, I have a math joke for you guys, too. I have a I'm jumping up and down, but you guys can't see it because I'm excited. But I'm excited, okay? I thought of this joke. Okay, there are... Hold on. I need to write it down. I need to write it down. We're writing it down. Hello. Hello, Slimy Fred. How's it going? Everything going dandy? Uh-oh, Monka. Hope you have a good time here, Fred. Mr. Slimy Fred. Fredington. Okay. Hold on, I'm writing it down. Give me a second, guys. Okay. Whew. Okay, okay. Whew. Okay. There we... It's terribly handwritten, but read. Oh my gosh, this is so badly written. Apologies. Yes, so we are currently trying to make a tower defense, a ultrasonic tower defense using some ultrasonic sensors, which are going to be sending little attacks, and then we are going to have a piston running the target. So that's a variation on the binary joke, if you guys by chance don't understand it. I don't get it. Okay, so hexadecimal is a system of numbers that range from 0 to F. So essentially, there's 4 bits. Wait, 4 bits? 1s, 2s, 4s, 8s. Yeah, 16. I slowly drifts off the center while the other rotates on the z-axis. Yes, Runic. So again, hexadecimal is just... No, we don't do that here. We do not do that here, Slimy Fred. Where were we? Oh yeah, controllers. Okay. Speaking of hexadecimal, you remember the show Reboot? No, I do not. Oh wait, I think I learned this in school a long time ago. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Alright. So, other thing that we need to set up is our voltage for our piston. So, piston guys here. I need to check that these can be triggered first. So what I'm going to do, don't get the channel subpoenaed. Yes, please don't get the channel subpoenaed. I'd appreciate that, guys. I want to know what the heck a SCSI is in a computer world. I do not know, actually. I have no idea what you're talking about. A boot. Let's go ahead and get this guy plugged in. And we are just going to make some... Forgot to do this. I'm pretty sure that would actually result in a ban and a visit from some law enforcement. Yeah, it definitely would. But yeah, let's not. Let us not. Let us not get in trouble. Let us be good noodles. Again. Wasn't everyone in Reboot named after a computer's function or something related to that in some way? Husk of Body, I have no idea why, but I just read your name as Haskell and it triggered me in a bad way. Apologies. Let's get this guy plugged in. Okay. Alright, so again, we are just going to be triggering this relay to swap between its main channel, side channel. Whenever we give it a GPIO command, we need this to make our piston go back and forth. So, give me a moment, and let's do that. We are going to have to do some coding. Quick coding adventure. Into matrix.matrix, frisket frog. Frog. I prefer frogs, actually. Frogs are way better. Okay. Alrighty. So, I need to get this guy plugged in. Excellente. Frogs are cool. Dude, exactly. Exactly. Also, I have no idea what's programmed on this right now, so... Apologies if things go up in flames. It is not my fault. GPIO, tester. Dude, I didn't know bullfrogs are crazy. They would... Oh, would they? Alright, give me quite a second. So, again, we are placing... If you take a quick look at this diagram, we are placing our command and control pin on GPIO pin 5 and also have a very good night, Muke. Nice to see you again. We are placing it on GPIO pin 5 and we will be controlling it that way. So that's what we have to set as our output. Sorry. For some reason, my mouse sensitivity is super scuffed. Right, so if we take a quick look at this code, we're setting our pin mode out on 5 to output. This is just some scavenged code. It does nothing at the moment. So what we need to do, likewise, I'll keep an eye out for your project success on the International News Network. What? And then digital, right. Hold on. Apologies. Why do I think it's always digital dot right? This is digital capital right, no? Digital right 5 high. Delay 1 second. Digital right. Right 5 low. Delay 1 second. Okay. That should work. Let's go ahead and compile that. Shrug, I had to make cheat sheets. I mean, that's perfectly fair. I'm implying it'll backfire on our noble global skill for defect, not a note on skill. That's okay. Alright. It's loading up. So it should communicate with Twitch chat. We are just looking for it to say GPIO tester bot and trigger it. The reason why we are testing this is to make sure that our power relays are okay before moving forward, because it can get very annoying very quickly if you have broken components. So it's very important to check all of your components ahead of time. Because debugging an entire system without knowing what component it could be is very rough. Very, very rough. Alright, so you see this guy turn on and off. You can see the red light indicator, which is blinking every 1 second. You saw the message it sent in chat. If I bring this guy close to my mic, you should hear the clicking. So we have the clicking, so that's also good. So this part is fine. So what we are going to do now is I'm just going to disconnect this guy real quick. And I am going to swap our device over to this guy to test our other relay. Everything is gonna be a-okay. Everything is gonna be okay. Clicky clonk. Yes. Dink donk, clinky clonk. Also, hello, Maple. How are you doing? I'm not sure if I said hello to you. But hello. Hello, hello, hello. Right. There we go. Got that guy plugged in. Let's go ahead and see if this guy works as well. So we're looking for this light to turn red when it connects to Twitch chat. Alright, so sounds good. Let's go ahead and bring this guy towards our... Let's go ahead and bring this guy towards our mic. So again, you can hear the clicky clonk. So that is also fine. So let's move forward. Okay. Dang, I wanted to trigger the, what is that? Low voltage differential pins that Ori forgot is a LDVT. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with what that is, LDVT. Linear variable differential transformer. Oh, I see. Little piston guy. Okay, linear actuator. We have this. But we've already checked this device. It is good. What we need to check now is our ultrasonic relays, probably. Or should we make the UV bridge? Guys, do we make the V bridge? Or do we make or test the ultrasonic stuff? We have to do both. So, I mean, it's like the illusion of choice here, but... I guess I can choose. It doesn't really particularly matter. Let me take a quick drink of water. Alright. We love water. And apparently we use the third person now. Ultrasonic first has my vote. Alright, let's go ahead and do that then. Alright, same thing. What I need to do is essentially kind of want to do, or get 2 birds with 1 stone. Will maths be involved? Can we do the opposite of that choice? We can always do the opposite of a choice. That is no issue. Math will be involved with either, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so I just need to hook this guy up. So again, if you take a quick look at this guy here. Zoom. Alright, so you'll see the part here. It's an HCSRO4 by the silk screen. You'll see that it has a supply voltage on the far side. We have a ground on this side. We have a echo pin and a triangulation pin. That is what's going to be used to drive it and to receive it. And hopefully we don't get crosstalk between them, because we're probably going to get crosstalk between them, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. So let us get this guy going. Alright. So I'm gonna need one of you. And purple ground. And then we're also going to need some wire. Okay, so I need to make some wire real quick to connect into our DuPont stuff. The reason being, actually, I could just use male-to-male wire for this. If I have any on the table, I'll use it. No male-to-male wire. Okay, that's fine. This is male-to-male wire, essentially, for lack of a better term. In theory, if someone were to draw fan art of this sort, what is the best way you'd see it? I'd probably see it in the Discord regardless. Also, hello, Rabbit. I forgot who. Someone did a very nice one of the Ratatouille stuff. But that was great. I forgot who. I forgot who. But someone made the nice Ratatouille artwork. Alright. Looking okay. I have a skill issue? Oh, no, it's okay. I can teach you math. What type of mathematics would you like to learn, Spooky? I am fairly versed in mathematics, and I'm a little bit of a failure myself, nodders. Oh, that's interesting. The reply Discord thing didn't work. Okay. So this is power. And then we need to check the voltage before doing anything. Can you teach us diff EQ? Yes, I could. I can teach you diff EQ and partial differential equations. I did take that. I did take differential equations and partial differential equations. And advanced engineering mathematics, unfortunately. Never again, by the way. Oh man, I don't want to go back to school. Don't send me back to school, please, guys. Please, 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 please. We do a little bit of please, please, pleasing here. Right, and then I'll need a ground wire. Okie dokie. Grad school arc? We are not going to grad school, dude. If I had to go to grad school, I would cry. I would straight up cry, okay? Because you have to take, like, new SATs. You have to take, like, new SATs. You have to still do work at the same time. But aren't you part fish, really? Surely you enjoy schools. Ha ha ha. You're so funny and quirky, spooky. Okay. I didn't have to take any to get into my grad program. Good for you. Alright, so this will serve as multiple testers. So this will serve to see that our soldering here is good, and it will also serve to see if these are, or if these guys are intact. If it does not work, however, it does not differentiate which problem it is. So keep that in mind. Alright, let me have just one thing. Dolphins are mammals, not fishes. That's okay. Alright, I'm also going to need a triangulation and a echo pin. Give me 37.5 seconds, guys. We do like saying 37.5 seconds for some reason. I wonder why I like saying 37.5 seconds. It's an oddly specific amount of time, right? But that's okay. Oh, camera battery died. Let me just swap the camera battery out real quick. One sec. Okie dokie artichokes. Womp, 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 womp. Womp. Okay, there we go. It's 150% of 25. Yes, it is goblins. Oh, Boulder, thank you so much. For resubs 6 months. Dude, you've been here for 6 months now? Oh my gosh. I think I've said this before, Pokemon, but one day I really do need to just do a stream improvement day and completely just do improvements while on stream. So, like, things that need to be done that I just haven't gotten around to, like the power issue, for instance, and some stuff with OBS. Okay. All right. Gonna need to code real quick. We do a little bit of epic coding. We'll let epic. 5, 4, compile. Epic games become epic coders. Stream of turning off Listen, we don't always leave devices on, okay? Okay, it's not too much of a problem. Surely, right? Apologies, give me a second, I'm just coding. We're coding. We're coding. Just... Is the hot glue gun on? No, the hot glue gun's not on. Awesome. If you take a quick look, the only thing that we did here is we are defining our trigger pins and our echo pins. So trigger pin is on pin 5, and echo pin is on pin 4. And likewise, the only thing you do to trigger that is actually just call the function. So it's pretty straightforward. I'd even say you don't usually leave them on. It's just when you do, it's notable. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if you guys get like a little bit of fumes and you don't notice, I guess that is a bit of a yikes. All right, and I need 2 female to females for this. Alrighty. We don't want yellow. We dislike the color yellow for this practical purpose. CISO? Surely CISO? Alright, so we're just gonna hook these guys up, and again, our triangulation pin is, or our trigger pin is on 5, and our echo pin is on 4. So one more time. See a quick look here. Trigger pin is there. So I am going to plug the green one on that one, and that will be going into pin number 5, and the other one will be going into pin number... it tastes like metal, crow. And our echo pin is going to be on the other one. And then we just need to plug this into our microcontroller. And it should work in theory. Assuming nothing blows up. So, same thing. I just need to make some quick tester code. Or, we already have the quick tester code. I just need to get this working. fiberglass is quite sharp. That's okay. 5. Green goes first. Good thing it's not an ESP32. Exactly. Okay, so looking good. Let's go ahead and reprogram this guy and see if we get an output. So I am going to need to open our serial monitor. And we'll have to see if it works. So, powering it on first. So first things first is I have to power on, and then I have to reprogram it. Give me a moment. Right. So you'll see that it's flashing to the board. While it is flashing to the board, we can go ahead and open up our serial monitor and see. We shall see what there is to see. Oh, I also need to turn on the station's power, or our benchtop power supply for now. That will eventually be something else, but for the moment is the benchtop. Okay, so you guys can see the distance is set to 0 right now because it's not powered. So if we power on this device, I said if we power on this device, apologies, we have what's known as a scroll issue. What to do about this? Do I have an easier option? Give me a moment, guys. Thinking. No. Krill issue? Perhaps. One sec. I am going to try a slightly easier method. I am going to separate it out from the power supply. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so technically this is 6 volts, but it should be fine. Why you no work? Mr. Pin, why you no work? Apologies. Okay, so we are having some issues. We do not know if it is device-based yet. So what we are going to do first is check our pinout. I'm going to disconnect power for the moment. Power is disconnected for the moment. So we are going to go ahead and check that's connected to the right GPIO, which it should be, but it's always important to check when debugging. So again, we are looking for pins 5 and 4. Both of those are looking okay. Those are our number 2 and 3 pins. So it is... Oh, we have a bit of difficulty focusing. So it is D1 and D2 are the pins that we are interested in. So given that they are correct, let's go ahead and check that D1, which is GPIO pin 5, is indeed the trigger pin. It is, and the echo pin, likewise. Darn. Okay. Diagnosis, scroll issue. Real quickly, I am going to make a small adjustment to the code to define the pins as inputs or outputs. So pin 5 is the trigger pin, so that should be an output, and then the other one should be an input. Okay. Let's give that a try. So again, our pinout looks correct. So let's see what happens. If we're still getting 0, we know that we have some problems once it is powered. It's not currently powered yet, even though it says it's powered, because the actual device is not currently powered. Let me just make sure. I'm just going to directly connect our guys here to eliminate that issue. Please don't immediately fry. Please don't immediately fry. Please don't immediately fry. Please don't immediately fry. Didn't immediately fry. That's a good sign. Alright. Okay, can you explain to me how and why each pin needs or is designated to each part? I imagine it's more of just prevent rat nesting on wires. I can explain that, though that is a lot... that is a very complicated question. That is a great question, and very complicated to answer. I think there may be something wrong with this device, but I know for a fact it's brand new. I could try swapping polarities. I don't think it's polarities. I don't think it's... It's not the pins. It could be the code. I don't think it's the code, but it could be. As imagined, I'll wait for a weekend stream to be more... Oh, I don't stream too often on the weekends. But essentially, factories do make mistakes. Do you have a common ground to the ESP? No. Oh, darn it. Except this Saturday. Site area smug. Yes, except this Saturday. That is true. Give me a second. Yeah, I was hoping I could get away without having a common ground. I was very much hoping that I could get away without having a common ground. But it appears that I cannot, so I must. Alright. If that is the case, what we are going to do... if I need to make 5 volts common ground, let's go ahead and do that. So, I'm just going to prototype that out real quick on a breadboard because it's not super complicated. Whoop, whoop. First of all, I have to think of how to do it. Then I have to do it. Okay. Really? Could have sworn I caught her on Sunday? No, you shouldn't have. I don't believe I've... Again, like, this upcoming Saturday is my first on-stream collab, and it's the first time I've streamed on a non-Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. So both things are both unique. Heck, today is Wednesday. Alright. So, I'm just going to establish a common voltage rail. Don't mind me. Alright. So, that will involve this, and I'm just going to use my benchtop supply. So my benchtop supply is attached to these alligator clips here. No, wait, could have sworn she was on yesterday. I don't believe I was on yesterday. I could be wrong. But I do not believe I was on yesterday. Depending on your time zone, I might have. Actually, no, I'm not sure if that's possible either. Okay. Alright, so what we need is a shared ground. That's easy enough. I'm gonna need a male to female cable for that. And we are just going to connect that to one of the grounds on this guy. We will choose this one. Honestly, it doesn't matter which ground we choose, or shouldn't. As long as we don't choose the ADC ground, analog to digital converter, I think it'll be okay. Hey, Sai, you're still up? Wait, aren't you? Isn't it late? Z-Tac, you gotta stay up for... Oh. Oh yeah, good night, Z-Tac. Nice seeing you. Yar. I am not bound by time. Oh, dude. Okay. You know what would be okay. You can't tell, but I'm jumping up and down my seat. You know what would be an interesting novel if instead of people being bound together in the same exact so you know how we exist in 3 dimensions and then we kind of also exist on the fourth dimension being time. I think it would be interesting to write a book where people existed on different times, essentially, and could cross communicate between them, because I think that would be interesting. I don't know if that's completely insane, but I thought it would be interesting. But that's neither here nor there. Alex isn't here today. Oh, yeah. Wait, where is Alex? I swear I've only followed you for 3 days now? Oh, I'm not sure. But that's... I'm glad that you follow. Again, every follower is Pog, dude. Skipping time planes, I think someone wrote a book about it. Oh, okay. What we need is the ground and power. So that's a male to female cable. Okay. Apologies for the mess. Sometimes a mess is necessary for success. That's my cope, and I'm sticking with it. That's a neat idea based on the duck... What? Based on the duck incident, it's not too crazy for you. What do you mean, the duck incident? Anyways. Okay, and then... ground... power. Alright, let's give this guy a try. Alright, so power. Oh, yes. Alright. Jalopy, thank you for the suggestion on the common ground. That was the issue. So we'll see the distance is currently now actually outputting stuff. Oh, you can also see... Twitch chat. Say hi to yourself. But yes, so whenever I move this guy... whenever I point like this guy at the roof, for instance, we'll see that it is a higher number. And then whenever I put my hand in front of it, it should be a low number. It's going to be slightly delayed, but that should do us for now. Yeah, that should do us for now. Okay. So, yeah, these are looking good. Give me a moment. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. Alright, so let's go ahead and check our other devices. I'm going to power off our device and then just replug stuff in. So we are just going to go through all of our different devices and make sure they are okay. I'm just going to put this guy in the top right corner. I'm heckin' hoping for snow, because I live in a state with 0 cold weather infrastructure, and that means a long weekend. Ah, yes. That would be nice. Right, so power it on. So you'll see that distance is still looking good, so I get in front of it, distance goes down, and then distance should go back up. Alright, cool. Looking excellente. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, and we turn this guy on. Distance is also looking good on this. Hand blocking goes down to 2. If we remove it, it should go up significantly. The number is going up significantly. Whenever I don't... interesting. We're having a bit of interference. A little bit of interference. We will maybe have to do a bit of debugging. It's a little janky. Ori is a dolphin, not an LLM. I could be both. Humans are essentially just LLMs, is a conjecture that I would make. But anyways. Would increasing the polar rate and smoothing out the numbers help? Yes, it would. We will eventually do that. But not at the current moment. All right. So, given that, do we go for the V bridge? Do we go for the V bridge right now? Or do we do that next stream? How are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling? Should we continue on a bit? I think we'll continue on a bit. You know, if we're already going for an ambitious project, we're going to have to do ambitious deadlines. Right. Yeah, go for it. If you say so, I am say so. Right. So, V-Bridge is just swapping over our connector. It's just swapping powers from negative to positive polarity. What that is going to look like is pretty straightforward. Okay. So again, this guy is going to be hosting your target. So imagine like a cute little target on this guy. That's like a little target, an angry guy. But is there a simple explanation onto why technology can read information, but not the same information our brains use? It's a matter of interpretation, right? So the human body has been evolving for very, 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 very long periods of time. Say so with a hussy toggle. I'm not a hussy, okay? I am not a hussy. I am not a hussy. There's zero chance of me being a hussy, okay? I'm not a hussy. I am not a hussy. I am a say so streamer. Okay? Okay? Okay. It's barely even a hustle talk. To heck is a hussy. A hussy is like not a hussy unless you also use the page up buttons. It shows, yeah, it shows shoulders. Okay, more or less say so than churchy. I've really only to be honest, I've only seen churchies sing. I've only ever seen churchies sing, but I've heard of things in balding with the boys that churchy sends some not safe for work stuff. What exactly does hussy imply? I know it's an insinuating term, but how so? You know, like, sussy, essentially, for lack of a better word, husk. Anyways. I'm going to switch this guy off. Alright. So what I'm going to need to do is connect these guys up. Acts one way is secretly another. No, I wouldn't say it's acting one way and secretly is the other. I'm not sure if that's an accurate statement. I'd say it's more like just naturally being that. I see a lot of looseness. There are better terms for loose. I suppose so. I don't have a good answer for that. Right. Alright, so what I'm going to do to control our power is that I'm going to cycle back and forth between our GPIOs, so general purpose input-output, pins on D1 and D2, so that's pin 5 and pin 4 respectively. And respectively, and we'll be swapping the polarity, or which way is ground and which way is positive, and that's how we are going to swap over our power. And I need a D battery for that, 2 D batteries. Okay. Okay, if you say so. I'll believe you guys. So I'm gonna need you, and I should have one other D battery connector on the table somewhere here. Um, there we are. Okay. So what we have to do is see how these are red and black. One implies like negative flow, one implies ground. We just need to change which way it's going across the two. To do that, it's pretty easy. What I am going to do is we have our control device and our ground device. So first one is going to go into the N terminal on the middle side here. And I'm gonna go ahead and get that in. And it's perfectly okay, Dry Husk. Don't worry about it. Dry Husk. It's perfectly okay, Nintuku Husk. If anyone got that, congratulations. You're a nerd. Terms like W asterisk 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 or S asterisk asterisk asterisk. Huh. I don't know. Okay. Ori non-nerds don't watch your streams? Good, good. Alright. So it goes across this and back here. Alright. And then we are going to be doing the opposite on our other power relay. And again, we checked these earlier to make sure they are good ahead of time. And this is when checking your components individually matters quite a lot, because when we start debugging this, it's going to get very hard to see which one is, or what thing's the problem. As a D student, I take offense to labeling me a nerd. My intelligence is vastly under par for nerdism. I don't think there's necessarily a requirement on that. Also, thank you so much for following me on Death. Your name also seems familiar. Why does it seem familiar? Oh well. Hopefully you're doing well. We are just gonna get this guy connected. And again, for those of you who are just tuning in, Lynch had brought me here. Oh, okay. Froggy. Interesting. I gapped out for a moment and misread your collar as a really long neck. Okay. Anyways, so we are going to get this guy powered as well. So both are powered, and then we'll need to put the pin. Alright. Why is that? Alrighty. So these guys are plugged in. No problems. The way you tilted to one side, I thought you just had a 2-foot neck. Thank you, Ideal. I work very hard on keeping my neck 2 feet. Anywho. Okay. Right, so connection should be good, and then we just need to swap the polarity on the battery, and that should also be good. Part giraffe, part dolphin, part girlofin, doll laugh. A short. I'm not sure how to, I'm not sure what to say to that. If I'm supposed to say yes, that is correct, or no, that's incorrect, or apple cider. Uh-oh. Okay. It's a hard amalgamation. Wait, where are we getting the giraffe? Don't worry about it. 2-foot neck. Please don't say I have a 2-foot neck, guys. Please, please, please. Alright. This guy is... I was gonna say nice and tightened down, but that's a lie. Darn it. Gosh darn it. Heck, 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 heck. 3 feet neck. Thank you, wolf. So it's loose. Yes, loose and footloose. 2-meter neck. Yep. 2-meter neck. Mirden Wiley tit. Violet. Mirden Violet. Kick off your Sunday. Oh, yeah. You know, get out your brilliantine dime cigars. Okay, so these guys should act as an off. Okay, so both of these guys go to ground, or should. I'm just going to temporarily isolate these. And then we are going to need to take a wire from the output, so those are the tops there. Just mirrored in is fine. Okay. Like mirrored in besieged. We are going to need mill-to-mill. Mill-to-mill cables I typically make. Because I don't have any handy on the desk. Oh, I do. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. Not quite, but it was a fun set. I never played it. Is there a schematic for this contraption? So, jalopy. We don't do sophisticated planning here, okay? I've been wanting to make a tower defense thingy for a while here, right? But the actual design for this, I came up with in... thinking. "12 minutes in the shower?" So, I came up with this in 12 minutes in the shower on how this system would work. So, no, there are no schematics. I just do this entirely on vibes and hope for the best most of the time. The most planning that I do is I sometimes draw a funny little picture of stuff. I draw a funny little picture, and I'm like, oh yeah, that would be funny. Haha, me do this. That's literally my thought process. Hold on. Not even a block diagram? No, not typically. Hold on. Let me grab my journal. The most that I will do... Oh. Trying to see. Have you ever gotten distracted mid-project and started a new project? No. Dude, I don't even have any diagrams in here. I don't even have any diagrams in here. Hold on. Never mind. Oh, yeah, there we go. A singular diagram. I don't even know what this is for. Hold on. Gravity, magnets, stepper. I don't know. That's as much as I do. Just like a little tiny image. That's all I do. Hole, funnel, coin dropper, funneling, options, gravity, magnets, triangle. And that project was a success somehow. Not 12 minutes ago. She spent 12 minutes thinking about it before stream started. Magnets, how do they work? Dude, okay. I have been messed up by magnets on multiple projects, and I am now hesitant, very, very hesitant to touch a singular magnet for a non-mounting function, because boy, oh boy, boy, have I been just repeatedly messed up by that. Repeatedly, man. It always goes bad. It's always not Daijobu. Anyways. Ah. Okay. Anyways, I got a little preoccupied. Apologies. More planning than I ever do. I came up with an entire plot in first 3 chapters of my book during an 8-hour workday. Nice. Very nice. So you're a fellow person of culture. What were the issues? No issues yet. Alright. So again, controlled devices out of these. Essentially, you just need to make sure it flows. So I'm just going to put wire from here to here, and here to here, and that should work. And then bounce it out. Yeah, that should work. If it catches on fire, I apologize. But that's okay. Sometimes you have to scramble a few eggs to get a few omelets. That's what they say, right? Or is it scramble an egg to get an omelet? Scramble a few. Okay. What are the issues with magnets? It is very hard to get the force of them correctly. So I've been messed up a few times. Not like actually like physically messed up, but I've had issues with it. Call the fire department because Oreo's cooking with this one. Yeah. Yeah, we're cooking. Okay, so... Okay, this goes to here. Then we need one more wire. And... we do this. Okay. What's going on? Hey, Merp. We're struggle busing. Anyways, I need to head out to bed. Have a good night. Have a very good night, Ty. Nice seeing you. Okay. Then this goes back to the ground. This goes back to the ground. And that completes the circuit, I think. I hope that completes the circuit. Yeah, if not, it catches on fire and I deal with it. Or the more likely thing, it does nothing. Okay. There we go, and there we go. Okay, so battery turns it on, goes through this, hops here, and finishes here. Yep, that'll be okay. All right, so let's go ahead and give this guy a quick test once we do just a tiny bit of code. So we need to do just the tiniest bit of coding adventure. Okay. Okay. So, coding adventure time. Essentially what we need to do is we need to set our inputs and outputs, so we will not be using this code for a second, so I need to set this as an output. So I need to edit some stuff. Hi, Pokey. Alright. So, I'm just going to comment this stuff out. Apologies, my hand is not big enough to go from control to slash on its own. Need 2 hands for that. And then we go here. Then we do the same thing here. We put, I don't know, 10 seconds should be fine. 5 seconds should be fine. Are we Pookie? I don't know. If you want to be, sure. Do what you want. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Or do. Alright. So this should cause it to go inside, outside multiple times, and that's all we want to see from it. Because that will be necessary for our target to move back and forth. Okay. Okay, 4, low, low, then both are on low, and then one goes to high, and then they're both fine, and then, yeah, it looks good. All right, so real quick, I am going to go ahead and check if this compiles. There's no reason why it shouldn't. Yep, we're good. So I am just going to go ahead and reprogram it. However, for safety reasons, I'm just going to temporarily unplug this because I don't want to, if I did the logic wrong, I do not want to suffer the consequences of my actions. Ori, what's the cooldown for the big redeem? It's 3 hours typically. It's longer than I stream, usually. Alright, so here we go. Let's go ahead and see if it works. Again, what should happen is this guy turns on for 5 seconds and this guy turns on for 5 seconds. Or vice versa. That's what we want to see before we connect it to our actual board. Because if we do it in the wrong order, we could run into some issues. And again, we're just making a V-bridge, which is a thing I just made up. Well, actually, no, I made it up several weeks back, but, you know, it's funny to pretend we just made it up. Oh, I unplugged the wrong things. I need to unplug you and you. New patent incoming. Yeah, no patent incoming, more like it. Let us go ahead and get this guy connected. Alright. So again, we just want to see it turn on for 5 seconds, then off, wait 5 seconds, same thing. If these two turn on at the same time, bad things happen. Okay? So we do not want these two on at the same time ever. Anyways, let's continue. Code looks fine. Looks just dandelions. Okay. Let's go ahead and see. So again, this guy should go out and in every 5 seconds. Hopefully nothing explodes. Please, nothing explode. Alright, excellent. Nothing exploded, which is good. However, we have a... Houston, we have a problem. And that is that we are not getting power to go across it. Okay, so we see these guys turning on. I am led to the conclusion that that is a massive _skill issue. So, let's resolve the skill issue. This guy needs to be plugged in. Then we need to check that you're plugged in. You're plugged in. Check that you're plugged in. Check that you are good. You are good. You are good. Alright, let's give that one more try. Make sure that everything is A-okay. Alright. So we see that it goes out. Then after 5 seconds it should stop. And then in 5 seconds it should go back down. Alright. Absolutely no issues. We make perfect code here. So, yep. Worked, no issue. Alright, so that leaves us in a pretty good position, I would say. And I think this is a good area for us to perhaps stop. So, I have a question for you guys. Who would you like to raid tonight? If anyone. Yeah, I can sleep. Yeah, me too. But yeah, who would you guys like to raid? We could raid... Is Sai streaming? If Sai's streaming, we'll raid her. Oh, we could raid Yumi Pixel. We could raid Yumi Pixel because Yumi Pixel raided me. Or we could raid Wacky. Which one would you guys rather raid? Wait, is Ready on? I do not see Ready live right now. Is Ready live? Ready... Set T. No, Ready is not live. Okay. So So what we are going to do is we are going to raid. Oh, no. We are going to raid Yumi. Actually, no. Wacky? Okay, guys, Wacky or Yumi? Which one, please? Either one. Either one. Oh, he just went live? We haven't done Yumi Pixel before. Okay, we'll raid Yumi. Thank you guys so much for the stream. I really appreciate you guys being here as always. Thank you so much. Oh, Ready just started. It's okay. We'll raid Yumi. We'll raid Yumi. We'll raid Ready next time. Yes. So I will see you guys on the flippity flip. I will be streaming on Friday, assuming my power doesn't go out. Shouldn't. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. As I said before, I really do appreciate it. I will be, yeah, streaming in the future. Nodders. Bye.